If you can't stand Kim Jong-un, the North Korean leader, his excessive eating habits and luxurious lifestyle will make you dislike him even more. While his people suffer from extreme hunger and malnutrition, he indulges in the finest foods and drinks, spending thousands of dollars for entertainment in a single night. Watch this video to see what a typical day in Kim Jong-un's life looks like. Unlike most world leaders who have a fixed waking hour, Kim Jong-un's schedule depends on how much he partied and drank the night before. He doesn't have a fixed wake-up time, but he starts the day for his country in a unique way. He wakes the citizens of Pyongyang by playing a peculiar song through loudspeakers. The song, titled "Where Are You, Dear General," is a North Korean composition supposedly written by Kim Jong-il in 2008. It's not the kind of thing you'd want to wake up to. As Kim begins his morning in his lavish palace, he typically starts his day at the Rongsong residence with his wife, Ri Solju, and their kids. This residence, also known as the Central Luxury Mansion, was built in 1983. The Rongsong residence, where the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un lives, is no ordinary place. It's packed with luxurious amenities like a swimming pool, banquet halls, and even a horse racing track. North Korea claims that Kim Jong-un is so dedicated to his people that he doesn't need to use the bathroom, which might sound unbelievable to most people. However, the North Korean regime has brainwashed its citizens to believe that Kim Jong-un is like a god, so they idolize him and believe these extraordinary claims. Despite this, Kim Jong-un starts his day with a cup of coffee, just like many of us, but he opts for the most expensive and exotic blends available. Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, has a taste for expensive and hard-to-find luxury items. He's known for importing the finest Brazilian coffee, which can cost up to $500 per pound. In 2016, North Korea spent almost $1 million on this coffee for Kim Jong-un. This rare and pricey coffee represents his extravagant lifestyle and power. While Kim enjoys lavish meals, many North Koreans struggle with hunger and food shortages. Despite this, Kim indulges in a breakfast spread fit for a king, including high-quality bacon, sausages, and premium steaks like Kobe beef, which can cost $200 to $500 per pound. While Kim enjoys these expensive meats, many North Koreans have a strict vegetarian diet with limited access to animal protein. This stark difference in diet between the leader and his people raises concerns about inequality in North Korea. Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, has some interesting food preferences. He loves sushi, but not the healthy kind. Instead, he goes for the fattier tuna. He also has a thing for Swiss cheese, especially a type that led to some health issues for him. Kim's love for fancy foods doesn't stop there. He's also a fan of lobster, caviar, and shark fin soup, which are all pretty controversial choices. He even enjoys a special wine with a cobra inside the bottle. Despite his not-so-healthy diet, he has a team of scientists and doctors working to keep him healthy for as long as possible. It's quite a lavish lifestyle. Once Mr. Kim is ready for the day, he leaves his big house and visits factories, construction sites, farms, and markets. This is part of a plan to make the people of North Korea think that Kim cares about them. But his public image is very different from who he is. Before Kim goes out, he spends a lot of time getting ready to look like a king, because he is the supreme leader after all. He's very picky about what he wears and how he styles his hair. He usually wears a dark suit and tie, or sometimes a jacket like his grandfather's. His haircut is also unique, with shaved sides and a longer top. Nobody in North Korea is allowed to have the same haircut. Kim Jong-un has approved only 28 hairstyles for North Korean citizens, and none of them look like his. He wants to be the only one with that hairstyle. He even has TV shows to teach people how to cut their hair in a way that fits with the socialist lifestyle. Kim doesn't like criticism, but why should he? He's the supreme leader, so he can make any rules he wants, even if they don't make sense. People in North Korea and around the world think very carefully before criticizing Kim's government. When it comes to hobbies, Kim Jong-un loves basketball, especially the NBA. He got into basketball when he studied in Switzerland and became a fan of the Chicago Bulls. He even became friends with former NBA player Dennis Rodman. This friendship is surprising because the US and North Korea have a complicated relationship, with tensions over North Korea's nuclear weapons program and missile tests. But the only thing that connects North Korea and the US is Dennis Rodman. Rodman visited North Korea in 2013 and met Kim Jong-un, and they bonded over their love for basketball. Rodman said that their friendship is about basketball, not politics, despite the controversy surrounding his visits. Kim is often seen wearing high-end watches in public appearances. Kim Jong-un owns a massive personal collection worth over $8.2 million, according to the Telegraph newspaper. He always carries binoculars in case he spots a surprise rocket launch while out and about. Despite international sanctions banning luxury car exports to North Korea, Kim has an impressive car collection, including an Audi R8, a Range Rover, and an armored Rolls-Royce Phantom, with his favorite being a Mercedes-Maybach limousine. He also splurges on a 95-foot luxury yacht, which is estimated to be worth around $7 million and is equipped with luxurious amenities. Additionally, he is rumored to own a fleet of jet skis and other watercraft. The leader of North Korea lives a lavish lifestyle while his people suffer from poverty and hunger. He spends a lot of money on luxury items like expensive watches, while a large portion of the country struggles to afford food. Most of the country's budget goes towards maintaining his power and supporting his inner circle. He puts on a show of being loved by his people, but he also spends a lot on personal security because he knows not everyone is a fan. Kim Jong-un has a highly trained security team made up of guards who are skilled combatants and martial artists. To be on this team, you must be shorter than 5 feet 5 inches because Kim prefers his security detail to be shorter than him. Kim lives in a heavily guarded house with tall walls, tight security checks, and surveillance cameras. He also uses secure communication and relies on a small group of loyal advisors. Kim travels on 3 identical planes to confuse potential threats and changes his flight plans frequently. He also uses decoy vehicles on the ground to enhance his security. Kim Jong-un ordered the assassination of his half-brother, Kim Jong-nam, in 2017, as he saw him as a potential rival. Kim Jong-nam was once the heir apparent to the North Korean leadership, but fell out of favor with his father, Kim Jong-il, in 2001. On February 13, 2017, Kim Jong-nam was assassinated at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport in Malaysia. The substance used in the attack on Kim Jong-nam was a very deadly chemical called VX nerve agent. It's one of the most dangerous chemical weapons in the world and can cause paralysis, convulsions, and death by suffocation. Kim Jong-nam tragically passed away within 20 minutes of the attack before he could get medical help. The whole world was shocked by the assassination, which was caught on camera. Many people believe that Kim Jong-un's own brother, Kim Jong-un, was behind the attack. But why would he do such a thing? Some say that Kim Jong-un was worried that his brother might challenge his power or make him look bad as the leader of North Korea. It's pretty clear that Kim Jong-un got what he wanted. The assassination of Kim Jong-un showed just how determined Kim Jong-un is to get rid of anyone who might stand in his way. It was also a warning to anyone in the government who might be thinking about going against Kim Jong-un. By killing his brother, Kim Jong-un made it very clear that he was in charge and willing to do anything to keep his power. After a busy day, Kim Jong-un likes to unwind by watching movies and shows in his own private theater. He enjoys watching a variety of film, including Hollywood blockbusters, Disney cartoons, action movies, and musicals. He also likes to stay updated on world news by watching foreign TV channels. Interestingly, he sometimes watches South Korean dramas and movies, even though they are banned in North Korea. However, Kim's private theater is not just for entertainment. He also uses it to showcase his power and achievements. For example, he once hosted a banquet to celebrate North Korea's Navy Day, where he showed a video of a missile test to hundreds of sailors and officers. When it comes to parties and entertainment, Kim Jong-un is known for throwing really extravagant ones. He's famous for hosting lavish parties with fancy food, drinks, and lots of women. One person who attended one of his parties said that there are always 50 to 60 people around him, and they have the best of everything, from drinks to entertainment. It's also known that Kim Jong-un has what's called a secret harem, which is a group of about 2,000 women whose job it is to entertain him and high-up officials. These women are split into different groups. Some sing and dance, others give massages, and some are there for more intimate activities. Despite having a wife and being seen as a family man in public, there are speculations that he does as he pleases with the women in his harem. In fact, he reportedly spent a huge amount of money on their lingerie and made them go through serious medical checks to ensure they stayed in good shape. Some people claim that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un spends a lot of money on expensive alcohol because it's believed to have traditional medicinal properties that can boost a person's virility. It's reported that he imports an average of $30 million worth of liquor each year for his elite circles, and there are even rumors that he's imported high-quality sauna equipment to help him recover from hangovers. The Dutch port of Rotterdam seized 990,000 bottles of Russian vodka that were believed to be headed for Pyongyang. The vodka was intended for Kim Jong-un and his high-ranking military officers. The United Nations had imposed a ban on exporting luxury items to North Korea, but the country has been trying to bypass these sanctions. Kim Jong-un's favorite drinks include Champagne Cristal and Hennessy, which are both very expensive. There's a story that he once claimed to have drunk 10 bottles of wine in a single night, but this claim comes from a person who also said Kim started driving when he was just 3 years old. It's highly unlikely that Kim went for cheap wine, and even just 5 glasses of wine every week can have significant negative health consequences. When you're extremely wealthy, it's unlikely that you'll be seen at your local store buying cigarettes from behind the counter. This is the case for Kim Jong-un, who prefers expensive French designer cigarettes like Marlboro and Dunhill, along with high-end snacks typically enjoyed with alcohol. The Yves Land variety he likes costs $44 per pack, and the leather case to carry them costs $165. It's quite surprising, right? Kim's nighttime routine is unusual and not very healthy. At night, Kim Jong-un engages in discussions about his country's affairs, giving the impression that he's actively involved in leadership. However, most of the decisions are made by his trusted advisors and experts. These late-night meetings help Kim Jong-un appear involved in the nation's issues, allowing him to maintain the image of a concerned leader, even though the practical decision-making rests with his advisors. After a day filled with unsettling activities like executions and excessive eating and partying, Kim experiences sleep problems due to a combination of factors. He engages in heavy drinking, often to the point of passing out before falling asleep. His erratic sleep schedule and reported insomnia also make it difficult for him to get a good night's rest. Unhealthy habits like overeating, alcohol, and nicotine dependency are also likely contributing to his sleep issues. Some people who have escaped North Korea claim that Kim Jong-un is deeply fearful of being assassinated in his sleep, which could also affect his mental well-being. That wraps up today's video. What aspect of Kim Jong-un's daily routine do you find most unexpected or astonishing? Share your thoughts in the comments section.